Shalom and good day all, and welcome to Super Sun's Fortress of Attitude. And in this comic review, I'll be reviewing issue 8 of Robin, which follows more of Damian Wayne's adventures, care of Joshua Williamson. And I must admit, I am really enjoying this run. If anything, this is probably my number one thing that I've really enjoyed a lot this year. And maybe I should do a list of what I have enjoyed in 2021. And I don't know whenabouts I'll be able to get this list done. It might go up on any random day. It might even happen before this. To which I'll cover the DC Comics, or my top 5, maybe top 10 DC Comics that I have enjoyed in 2021, and also maybe top 5 Indian Marvel Comics, maybe even top 10. So first things first, as you can see here, I've got the regular as well as the variant. Now, I have been telling my LCS that I want to get all of the covers connected to the Robin series, and that also includes the 1.25 variant, so they must remember to that I have asked for those, and I must remember to let them know too. So, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that happens inside the story? Well, I think for this, both of them somewhat do. And for the first cover, which is the main cover on the left hand side, I gave it an 8 out of 10. For the second cover, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. I will now use the variant cover to show some of the internal arts, which we'll get to see some of the things that are happening inside of the story, including the fight that we've sort of been waiting for between Damian Wayne, Robin, and Connor Hawke. So basically, the son of Batman versus the son of the Arrow. The son of the Green Arrow. So, jumping first things first into some of the pages around around the beginning of the story, and as you can see here, Flatline realizes that she had her ass kicked in the last issue by Damian Wayne, which was really nice to see. He has learned from his losses. And finally, we also get a bit of talk between Damian Wayne and Connor Hawke. And again, Damian, remembering what happened at the cliff. I'll now jump towards the middle of the story. As we finally jump towards the middle, we finally get probably one of the best fights that we actually get to see more fighting action between two characters, and Joshua Williamson does a pretty good job to make it extend all the way throughout the story. And this takes place, as of course, on Lazarus Island in the arena. And last but not least, some of the art towards the end of the story. And I must admit, this is probably one of my favorite pictures that is in this story, with what we see right here with Damian Wayne. I think that is one of the best one that stands out, top tier. So great job with the artist. And we finally move to which Connor Hawke finally sort of gets killed off and possessed by the demon himself. And it's going to be Damien versus the demon. For this, I gave the art a 7.5 out of 10. I really loved it. I enjoyed it with the story. But now let's move into the story rating. I really enjoyed the story. So let's see what Joshua Williamson remembered and what he forgot in the story. And did it in any way affect the score? We'll soon find out. So moving on into first things first, did we get any comic references into any of the previous comics or anything that is somewhat connected to this run? Surprisingly, we did. As you can see, it was mainly seen at the beginning, even though it didn't specify Robin issue 7. It indicated issue 7 by the editor pointing out in regards to the area of the character of Flatline. Moving into the next thing, did we get any indication of time, like when this took place? No, we didn't, but did it affect the story or the story rating? Not a lot. The location, we of course know that it still takes place on Lazarus Island and the area of the arena, as well as the Lazarus pit there, that's there as well. The cast of characters consisting of Mother Soul, who's also seen on the variant cover, who we learn is, of course, related to Damian Wayne, of all things. We also had Damian Wayne Robin, Connor Hawke. We also had Flatline, Respawn, and Ravager make their appearances. We didn't get to see very many others because this focused a real lot on the fight between Damian Wayne and Connor Hawke. But now there's a bigger fight happening in the next issue. And no doubt this next issue, Damian is going to show that he is going to win this tournament because without this tournament being won and the solicitations being shown as well, Damian is going to have to win this, or will end up winning this, proving somewhat Mother Soul role in some things and maybe right in others. It'll also leave some questions afterwards as well, which will be what will be happening to the Lazarus pit in the island after the tournament. And will Batman also seize Lazarus Island too? It's just a few questions, or maybe Damian will seize the island. And it will be something that he could come back to for training. So overall, I gave this story an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this, and we'll see you again at Super Sun's Fortress of Attitude, to which I think the next comic that will be reviewed on the channel after this one will either be a Robins issue by Tim Seeley, or the Superboy, Son of Kal-El, by the One Trick Pony, Tom Taylor. Until then, have an awesome day, and see you again at Super Sun's Fortress of Attitude.